Well, hello again, YouTube. It's PD Two Finger, and today I took some delivery on a set of humbucker pickups that came in. I had ordered these from IKN Music. There's two sellers that I have purchased guitar pickups from. The other guy is called Guitar Madness. Now, it looks like he has his store shut down. He's on vacation, and you can't even look at any of his pickups. But this is the guy, and boy, if you type in Guitar Madness, a lot of other people show up. This is him. This is his logo. And it looks like he's away for 2 more days. But I had purchased a set of Super Distortion clones that are in my yellow Steinberger Spirit. And those ohm out at like 16K. The bridge is 16 and the neck pickup is 15. And boy, those pickups, I love them. I really like those pickups. Now, on this guitar, this is my bootlegger Spade. I went with these Fleor humbuckers. I wanted something different. And IKN had the best deal on them. I recently purchased Fleor brand single coil pickups for my yellow Strat. I had refinished a Stratocaster that I had purchased for $50. And I love those. They're Alnico 5. I love the tone on those pickups. The stock pickups were okay. They sounded okay for clean, but when you put dirt on them, they kind of fell short. So I felt, if the pickup is fine, I'm not going to replace it. I'm not one of these guys who's like, I need to have high output. But boy, it's nice. It's nice. And I found that, I had made patches with the high output pickup, and then when I switched guitars, I needed a booster pedal in front of it. So that's something to consider. If you've got a bunch of guitars and you're going to switch them out, you might want to level match your pickups unless you want to have to replace them in all your guitars, which is going to be expensive. Or you end up using some type of a clean boost pedal in front of your rig for when you switch guitars. So I'm here. I am playing around with this guitar. It's a bootlegger Spade. It's a headless guitar. I had spoken with the guy who sold it to me, and I asked about the pickups, and he said, well, these are our house brand. And I owned them out, and they came up at 4.58K on the bridge. And I was just like, you know what, I'm getting some pickups. Then I realized that the pickup selector switch, which is a 3-position Les Paul style switch, was flopping around. When you leave it in the bottom position for the bridge, it was like loose. It was like floppy. And I never did anything with that. I didn't monkey with that switch. I know how sensitive they are, and if you touch them, you can never get them back to stock. So I felt the need to order an enclosed switch and an open style switch, is what it's shipped with. And hopefully I'll be able to install this enclosed switch and it'll last a bit longer. But yeah, I got a set of potentiometers. They have what's called CTS or Bourne style potentiometers. You can look it up. They're larger CTS pots. CTS or Bournes are the ones that you want. So it says the most important part about potentiometer quality is excellent ratings in both life cycle and accuracy of their stated value. So if you're ordering something that's supposed to be 500K, it's going to be really close to 500K. Unless you're getting just a regular run-of-the-mill 15, 16 millimeter cheap Chinese pot. And these are junk. They're just not as good quality, and that's reflected in their performance and in their feel of when you're operating it, when you turn it. The 24 millimeter CTS or Bourne style potentiometer is going to have a better feel to it. So I've been doing that. I've been replacing some of these pots. My Fender, my yellow Strat, I really don't feel the need to replace those. But the Cozart semi-hollow body guitar, I went ahead and put those pots in there. And boy, does it make a difference. So over here at IKN, this is the greatest your best musical supplier is what they call themselves, and they sell accessories for guitars. So if you're buying a cheap guitar and you're going to replace all the parts on it, which people are known to do this, it's kind of an expensive thing to do. And people say, oh, why would you do that if you could just get a guitar with good parts on it in the first place? Well, to get a guitar with the good parts on it in the first place, you're going to pay $800 to $1,000. And for me looking at it, if you can get the guitar for $50 or $150, and then you spend about that same amount, well, you're at $300, you save $500. But that stipulates on getting a good guitar in the first place, and that's the challenge. So if you're out to replace your pickups, I recommend you can shop at IKN. They have the best deal on these Fleor humbuckers. Also, the other guy who I really like to use for pickups is called Guitar Madness. Now, this is his emblem. He's away, so we can't look at a store, but trust me, this guy has great deals and great pickups. Guitar Madness with this logo, that's the guy. Now, because if you type in Guitar Madness, you're going to get a bunch of links from France and stuff, at least today, because he's on vacation. So I think it's actually Guitar Madness, Guitar Madness, Guitar Madness 3 times with no spaces. But these people at IKN, you know, I was thinking, why? Okay, the pickups were like $30, $25 or something like that for a pair of Alnico 5 humbuckers, and they were actually cheaper than on Amazon. And they had 4-day delivery, so I was going to be getting 2 pots and a couple of pickup selector switches, the box style and the open style. So I could choose what do I want to use. And you know what? I've replaced those open styles before, the Chinese clones of them that are not the highest quality. So having one in stock here makes sense, because I know somebody is going to bring me a guitar with the broken switch, and I can then charge them $10 for that switch. So, which is fair, you know. And you know, if the person's cool, I know they don't have a lot of money, I'd give it to them. But if they're working and they're driving a nice vehicle, they're going to pay me $10 for that switch. That's just the way that I roll. Now, I messaged IKN and I said, hey, I got these pickups coming on a 4-day shipment. Can you be a doll and just throw the rest of the parts in with that shipment? And today the pickups arrived, and I was a bit miffed. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to make an ad and I'm going to complain. I'm going to say IKN didn't listen to me. And then I went and checked my messages here on eBay, and they did respond. I just didn't check it because I've been busy. What they told me was the pickups were shipped from a California warehouse, whereas the pots and the switch came from China. So I'm looking at this packing material here, and sure enough, it came from Ramona Avenue, Chino, California. So there you go. IKN. They went out of their way because they sent me messages with every one of the tracking numbers for every one of the parts that I ordered, which was really thoughtful of them. So IKN, I thank you for your exceptional customer service and my misunderstanding. I would never get upset about something that was physically impossible, right? I mean, how could I be that bullheaded? So yes, I'm going to have to wait. And you know what? I got to tell you, this is one of these situations where I'm ordering the cheapest stuff available, but it's actually good. These pickups work. There isn't going to be an issue with them. And if there is, I'll be able to take care of that with IKN, because they're a legit company. I can tell by the way they handle the customer service, and I appreciate that. You know, because when you're buying stuff off of AliExpress, which is cheaper than eBay, especially on the shipping side of things, you know, I got 3 in a row dud circuits from them. I've gotten stuff that, you know, isn't the best quality. Like I got a bag of capacitors off of eBay, and about 1/3 of them were duds. I got these JFETs off of eBay, and none of them worked. They were all fake, and none of them passed signal. So my point is, like with this EQ, 3 EQ boards were bad. One hummed, it made noise. The other one had a short when we got it, there was a pin that was cut by the robotic soldering that fused itself in between 2 points, and I didn't see it, and I applied power to it, and one channel doesn't work now. The other one, we couldn't get it to work at all. The LED came on at first, and then it stopped working, and I was giving it 16 volts, and it's supposed to run off of 12 to 24. So you tell me what happened. But that's 3 of the same EQ boards, and these are the lowest price EQs. Now there's a slightly high, like it's about $6 with 3. It's like about $9 or $10 for this EQ. Then there's a $12 one, and that includes the shipping. The $12 one, they're flawless. So, it depends on, are you willing to have to go through the hassle of ordering 3 of the same thing, filming each one where you're connecting it and showing that it doesn't work, and then taking that footage and reducing it so you can get it down to 5 meg, which is the max file size for AliExpress. Upload that and then wait 3 days for them to tell you you're going to get your money back in a week. If you're willing to put up with that, you can go ahead and order the cheapest stuff. But I'm coming from a place now where it's almost better to spend the extra couple of bucks and make sure you're getting something good. That's the lesson that life has been teaching me is PD's always going on and on about how I do so well with getting stuff for next to nothing, but it isn't always the way in certain circumstances. So this is something to consider. And I got to tell you, IKN, your best musical supplier, you guys did really good. And I don't just want to recommend one, because Guitar Madness is my guy. He's my guy. But IKN, hey, you guys did really good too. So if you're looking to replace your pickups in your guitar, this is what I recommend. You can check these guys out, and I'm sure you'll find something to do the job. You guys take care of yourselves. Try to stay warm. It's getting chilly out. Hug your pets or give them a treat, and peace.